Hi all, it's Piotr. Today I will do a video about most anticipated omnibus, at least in my opinion, for 2023. That is Uncanny X-Men Vol 5 omnibus. I just got it from my local comic shop. As you can see, letters are small. Here what it contains. They made it this time differently than normally because you have only covers. Sometimes there is some text above. In this omnibus we have Uncanny X-Men 194 to 209, X-Men Annual 9 and 10, New Mutants Special Edition 1 and Annual 2, Nightcrawler 1 to 4, Longshot 1 to 6, and Marvel Fanfare 33. I decided to buy this cover because I really like this. As you can see, I even have the single issue of this very important chapter in X-Men life. Let's take off the dust jacket. On the dust jacket, some information about Warren Asgard and Phoenix Reborn, creators, now let's see here, under the dust jacket it's quite simple, again small letters, and the big red and yellow sign of X-Men. You are wondering if there is an eye. I will show you. There is an eye in the middle. Not very big, but still there is an eye, so all is fine. What about Omnibus itself? It's part that I love really much because we have confrontation with Beyonder, we have confrontation with Hellfire Club, we have introduction of Longshot. As you can see, the paper is very thin. You can see how it is on the other side. So again, Marvel did not do it as it should be done. It was printed in Turkey, so maybe that is why we can see what is behind the name. So it's not very good, but content is what is the most important, for me at least. And if you are wondering the definition of X-Men, why people are reading it and why were they reading it when it was on the prime time, then you can see it here from Chris Claremont himself. To me, this is what X-Men has always been about. The emotional journey of the characters all have depth, all have nuance. Despite their agency, villains might be decent people, just as heroes can be relatable. If you want to find out why, if you want to answer to that question, start reading. This is something that defines X-Men as human beings, mutants, whatever you call them. It's great that we have it here. We have confrontation here with Nimrod. Juggernaut is back. Artist looks really good. Those colors are great. Wolverine and kids. And here we have the Secret Wars 2. slow wrote for Rachel Gray to step out of the X-Men because of what she did in Secret Wars 2. The full power, as you can see, she's very angry. X-Mail, Great is here. We have Arcade. We have Cyclops and Madeline Pryor. We have beautiful storyline Life Death number 2, Claremont Winsor Smith with beautiful art. I know that not everyone loves how Winsor Smith creating art, but for me it's cool. And then we start. Rachel Summers wrote when she gathers her mother, let's call it that way, memory crystal, and she becomes the Phoenix number 2. I don't know why, but the confrontations always with the Destiny Mystic team against X-Men around Magneto, trial of Magneto, was awesome for me. And this is something that is beautiful regarding art. Arthur Adams, Chris Claremont, one storyline, 2 issues. It's beautiful. I love it how he created characters, their bodies. It was something, I don't know, something that you cannot forget about how he creates them. The storyline is also good, but the art is fabulous. I love it. It's 2 parts, as you can see. And then we go to Uncanny X-Men 200, the trial of Magneto. This is the turning point. Maybe not in regard that there is a trial of Magneto, but because of Xavier being sick. Even Shi'ar is aware of that. Fenris attacks the trial. Here you can see them, Fenris. And before Lilandra takes Xavier with him to save him, Xavier must ask Magneto to take care of the school, to continue his dream. It was a very strong decision, and it was, wow, for me it was that point that made very controversial, but it had a sense at that moment. And then we have the coming to this world of Nathaniel Summers, future Cable, the child of Scott Summers and Madeline Pryor, who of course was a clone of Jean Grey. And this was the decision of fight with Storm to go. If he will win, he will stay as a team leader, and if Storm wins, Storm is the team leader. And Cyclops should go with Madeline. That was the plan. And we will have very angry Rachel going against Beyonder. It was a very, very good story. Great that we have it in Omnibus format. And this is the second cover you can choose for this omnibus. This is very good story about Wolverine. And then confrontation, again, Freedom Force. I don't know why, but I love this period very much. The fight between X-Men and this team. And Wolverine making a decision against Rachel. He had no other choice, but he hurts her very much. She escapes wounded. Selene in the middle of this all was also crucial. Sneaked. And this is something that I really love. Confrontation, X-Men, Hellfire Club, Inner Cycle. I really love this. And Nimrod in the middle, one of the original Inner Cycle of Hellfire Clubs has Heart Attack. 2 issues, but it's wonderful. Here you have this Leland, and here we have the Rachel going with Spiral from Mojo. Then we have 4-issue miniseries of Nightcrawler. To be honest with you, I need to read it. I did not have it in previous versions, so it will be something new for me. And then we have Longshot, 6-issue limited series about Longshot, who he is, how he came here, Mojo, Spiral, quite a lot, so Spider-Man. So this only was created very good, at least from my point of view. Then we have the introduction of Betsy Braddock Psylocke, or her transformation, we can call it that way better. She don't have eyes. In Captain Britain series she lost them. And Mojo is trying to do something with those eyes, missing eyes, because he likes to watch what X-Men are doing, or mutants. That gives his power over planet. He's spending whole times TV shows, let's say that. So it's beautiful for him, at least. But confrontation is not as good as he was thinking it will be. But they are coming back. They are coming back. Then we have another story with Mojo, Magneto as leader of the X-Men of the school. New mutants in their X-Men outfits. X-Men are babies. And then we have here Mojo again, that he has eyes of Psylocke transmitting what she can see. We have Marvel Fanfare. And then you will see that that is how much additional stuff we have in this omnibus. Quite a lot, as you can see, pages, covers, pin-up. Let's go through them. It will be a long video, but pencils by Arthur Adams. Quite a lot of them. And then something that I really would like to read soon. Longshot. Who is Longshot? And here we have from Unnoted the promised plot and characters for the series, how he probably would look if Carl Potts was him to create this person. A little bit different than what we got in Final Steps. Origin. So we will have quite a lot of reading here. Longshot race. Characters, sketches, signs. Mojo for me it was always someone that was sometimes scary, sometimes silly, but still relaying that X-Men could fight and not always win against him. You see how much bonus stuff we have here? It's the Omnibus that we all who reads X-Men are waiting for. Marvel Age 32, about 200 issues of X-Men. Marvel Age Nightcrawler. The John Romita Jr. and Dan Green stories. Take a chance on Longshot. Introduction from Chris Claremont. Longshot. So for me it's something that I was waiting for. 23 oversized hardcovers, omnibuses, and we have completed the storyline from start of the X-Men series Vol 1, that then changed the name to Uncanny X-Men, and from the start of X-Men Vol 2 all the way to Age of Apocalypse storyline. Quite a lot of issues, but we have all of them. I'm really sorry that Marvel did not put inside this omnibus one trade paperback that I have in my collection, and it would be for those that just like me collects all the events omnibuses of X-Men Mutants, and that would be Genesis and Apocalypse, to explain how Jean Grey came back, how X-Factor was created, because later on we have issues of X-Factor New Mutants in other OHC omnibuses, so it's really bad in my opinion that they did not put it, but I know it will have too much pages, etc. But still, it's really sorry that we don't have at least X-Factor 1 to 8, Avengers 263, Fantastic Four 286. That would at least give us the information how Jean Grey was saved. But okay, someone can get this one like me, and we will have the big picture of the X-Men. I will show you how it looks in full. Give me a moment. So this is how it looks when you take a look from the beginning. So we have X-Men, the missing chapter, as we can say. It's always darkest before the dawn. That explains how Beast gets a blue fairy. Then of course Uncanny X-Men 1, 2, X-Men Classic, Uncanny X-Men 3, 4, X-Factor, Genesis and Apocalypse, Uncanny X-Men 5, Mutant Massacre, Fall of the Mutants, Inferno, Prologue, Inferno, X-Men by Claremont, Extinction Agenda, X-Men 2, Bishop's Crossing, Executioner's Song, Shattershot, Fatal Attractions, Cyclops and Phoenix, Wedding, Phalanx Covenant, Legion Quest, Stage of Apocalypse. It's quite a lot of issues, as you can see. Additionally, I have some statues that are action figures that give me the better view of what storylines when happens. For me, at least, the best Magneto stories, as you can see, Fatal Attractions. Then we have explanations of Betsy Braddock, Asian Body, Executioner's Song, Savage Land period for Roche, Mr. Sinister, Cyclops when he lives here, his wife for Jean Grey, Juggernaut, and of course Storm from Claremont, from Dark Phoenix Saga. I love this time. So those are all 23 oversized hardcovers, omnibuses, plus 2 trade paperbacks for my convenience to have it all gathered. So if you're wondering if to buy the Uncanny X-Men for 5, yeah, for me it's something that you could cover the gap that you had in oversized hardcovers. I know that the letters are small, but you can always do yourself version that with the big letters like here. So one way or another, we have quite a lot of albums that covers big period of X-Men timeline, X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. So I'm really happy to have them all. And let's see what future holds for next chapters in oversized hardcovers, omnibuses for X-Men, and see you soon.